There are a few exciting changes coming to the SyncTimes system this week. The first of which is an increase in speed and responsiveness in the exam room app. So that means when you're adding patients or selecting icons from the exam room app, you'll notice that it reacts a bit faster than it did previously. The second feature that we will be releasing this week is the ability to assign providers from the exam room. Previously, you could only assign a provider to an exam room from a flow station, but now when you're at an exam room tablet, all you have to do is tap on the provider's picture here, and then you will receive a list of providers that you can select from to assign the exam room. So let's go ahead and select Dr. Sally. You'll see that her picture is then displayed here because this exam room is now assigned to her. Next is the ability for the inside exam room device to shut off or switch to a different screen when there is no clinical staff in the room with the patient. This will solve the problem of curious children pressing on icons within the exam room and to provide an opportunity to display educational content and surveys for the patient while they wait. So to demonstrate this, when a patient is added and a member of the clinical staff is badged in, just as we're seeing on the screen here, we'll see that we can select or deselect icons as usual, but when there is nobody badged in with the patient, in a couple of seconds you'll see that the screen will switch to a patient survey. From here, the patient can interact with the touchscreen to select any one of these options. When a patient selects an option, let's say the patient is having a great visit, the screen will now switch to either a SyncTimes logo or a patient education URL. All of these features, the patient survey features and the patient education features, can all be turned on and off within the admin console. When a member of the clinical team enters the room, it returns to this screen so that you can interact with the icons from within the exam room. If and when the patient responds to the patient survey, a corresponding icon will appear on the exam room tablet outside the exam room and also on the flow station, just as we're seeing here. On the flow station, it will look something more like this. Here we can see in exam room 4 that the patient submitted a survey response with a happy face. These patient surveys offer clinical staff the ability to address patient concerns before they ever leave the exam room. So if the patient were to select a different response, such as the frowny face, a member of the care team could go and address the patient concerns while they're still there and offer a better experience for the patient in the health center. The last update that is coming this week is the reintroduction of real-time reporting on the flow station. That's what we're seeing down here in the corner. Here we can see by provider how many visits have been finished today, and likewise we can see the average patient cycle times for each provider. As with other SyncTimes reports, the red represents patient alone time, green represents time with clinical staff such as a medical assistant or a nurse, and the light blue color represents time that the patient spends with the provider. And with that, that'll wrap up our video of the most recent updates to the SyncTimes solution. Please reach out if you have any questions or feedback on the solution, and we'd be happy to hear from you.